How did the overturning of Roe v. Wade affect your view on women's rights in America as a whole?
I think it was a terrible decision on the Supreme Court's part, and I think it is setting us back like 60-something years. And overall, I think it's just terrible, but it just means that we have to fight harder for women's rights.
Thank you.
Well, from a political perspective, I think it's up to the states, first of all. I think it was a judicial decision that set back many generations. If you think about 63 million children were taken away. So think about the lost generations, the genius people and peers of your ilk. I think it's difficult for anyone to legislate morality or any form of morals. So I think that's very difficult. But I'm glad it's back to the states, and that's where it should be.
It's, I think it's something personally that it's like a little weird that you have to question like women's rights, like as a question, as an individual, I feel like everyone should have their own rights, and the fact that we have to question what someone should be able to do is kind of dumb.
Right. That's kind of a softball question. They gutted women's rights, right? It not only gutted women's reproductive rights, it essentially sent a message through the court system that women are second-class citizens again in America. I happen to be an attorney, so I know a little bit about this. But, increasingly the High Court, the U.S. Supreme Court, has become illegitimate. There's people on the court that shouldn't be on the court. There are people who are acting above the law in the court, Clarence Thomas. They are an untouchable, unaccountable body put in by illegitimate presidents due to, our flawed electoral college system. But, essentially it's a rolling back. It's trying to take us back to, developing country status. We're no longer the leaders of the world in any kind of thought or legal precedence. Seeing and viewing women and women's rights as equal to men or anyone is fundamental. It's archaic that we've fallen backwards so far. This is probably way too long of an answer.
No, it's okay. It's great.
I'll let you go to the second one. It's shameful, and the sad thing is that those people on the court are young and there for life.
Thank you. America changed after the overturning of Roe v. Wade?
It really hasn't. America is a capitalistic, white supremacist kind of state, and that's built on slavery. So,
how have you had to change your view of America based on the overturning of Roe v. Wade?
It wasn't very high in the first place, considering all of America's policies on transgender people, and it just worsened because of Roe v. Wade. So.